Check, check. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend, maintain 4,000, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, turn left heading 275.
Left heading 275, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, turn left heading 215 degrees. You're cleared for the ILS approach runway 19. Report established on the localizer. You're number 1.
Report established on localizer, cleared for 19er, left heading, say again, 215, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, A firm, left heading 215 and descend to 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Forgot to give him that last one. Messing with my settings here. How can I get this thing to scale to window? I guess that'll work.
Localizer established, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, radar services terminated. Continue on the ILS approach. Runway 19.
Service terminated, continue on the ILS, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Right, so welcome to anyone who might be joining this impromptu stream. Today, for a change, I'll be doing some air traffic controlling. I'm currently the approach controller at Cape Town International Airport in South Africa. We've got one aircraft on the final approach. He's about 5 miles away. Having said that, let's give him his landing clearance. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, runway 19, clear to land, surface winds 140 degrees at 17 knots, gusting 27.
Runway 19 clear to land, Whiskey Fox Charlie.
Right, so I've just given this guy his landing clearance. He's flying a Citation. It's the CJ4. I suspect he's flying Flight Simulator 2020. Just giving him his landing clearance. There's currently no one at the airport. He's got the airport all to himself right now. But we do have 2 arrivals, or even 3 arrivals, 3 additional arrivals into Cape Town today. They should be here within the next 40 minutes to an hour. All 3 of them. Let's just see if my ATC is working. I don't think it was. Oh, it's not connected for some reason. I'll just connect it again and see if it works. So the robotic voice you're about to hear is going to be the automated weather service.
Cape Town International Airport ATC information calls 0800 Zulu. Wind 140 at 17 gust 2.
Okay, that seems to be working. So that's a recording playing on loop on the frequency 127.0. So anyone leaving or arriving Cape Town will be able to tune into that frequency and have a updated weather report. That way they know what to expect when they are taking off and landing or landing. I zoom out here. I've only got about 100-mile limit to my scope here, so the others are probably still about 100 miles away. We'll quickly just jump onto the online map here to see if they're still coming. Sometimes pilots get spooked by air traffic control being online and they log off. Very frustrating. So we typically wait for them to be under 60 knots before we start talking to them again. So that's 70 knots ground speed there. 75, 67. You should be able to make echo. We'll let him vacate when he feels like it. Okay, he's going to miss echo. Oh, he probably wants to park at the GA section, so he'll likely be intentionally delaying his stopping distance so that he can, or extending his stopping distance here so that he can vacate via Charlie. We'll give him that instruction. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, welcome to Cape Town, vacate next right, report clear of the active. Okay, he's not acknowledging. So I didn't hear me or he's just being lazy. Yeah, okay, so we got 2 more aircraft inbound. The third one decided to log off. Strange, though. Oh, we actually have a third one coming in. But ooh, geez, no, he's going to be flying for a long time. Why is he flying a King Air all the way from Durban? Huh. And he's a text pilot. And I took off from Durban earlier, and then the computer crashed on me. But one thing I can say is there's some nasty headwinds coming to Cape Town, so coming into Cape Town, so he's gonna take a while. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie Cape Town approach. The approach just decided to bugger off on the frequency. Anyways, good riddance. We'll let him do his own thing. He does have the airport to himself. Let's see if he's just decided to jump off the frequency at his own volition. Is that the word I'm looking for? Volition. Yeah. Okay, so we still have 3 aircraft coming in, but the third one, he logged off and is replaced by another guy taking off from Durban. That's like a 2-hour flight in an airliner. He's flying a small twin turboprop aircraft. This will take him a lot longer than that to get here, so probably not going to be online for him. Fortunately, the original 2 that are inbound are still inbound. Maybe the third guy will surprise us by jumping on again. Yeah, it's good to just see that he does whatever the hell he wants to do. Anywho, we have another air traffic controller online. He's responsible for the air above and around my sectors. He is a Cape Town area. The ceiling of my, or the uppermost ceiling of my airspace is like flight level 145 or something like that. So anything around there and up, I'll hand over to the area controller above me. And vice versa. If anyone starts to descend or make their way below that ceiling, then the area controller will hand that aircraft over to me. And now we wait. This is typically the reason I don't stream my air traffic control sessions. Gets kind of quiet. I'll go, I think, like silent here for like 5 minutes. I think it's time for another cup of tea. So yeah, please sit back, continue to enjoy, put on some music maybe, and I'll be right back.
Date. QNH1022. Expect SIDS and stars in use. Zone BMC.
Cape Town radar, good morning. Springbok 255, radio check.
Springbok 255, Cape Town approach, good morning. Reading you 5 by 5, how many?
5 by 5, thanks. Springbok 255 is at stand Alpha 14, A320 Neo with information Golf requesting for clearance to Owatambo.
Springbok 255, confirm you are flying an A320 and you filed for flight level 230.
AFM A320, but I think I was trying to file 330.
Would you like me to amend that for you, 330?
Yes, please, if you can, Springbok 255.
Springbok 255, Roger, your clearance is on request, standby. Okay, so we're just fixing that for him quickly. And I need to give him a departure. Teton 1 Alpha. Oops, there goes my microphone sock. Springbok 255, have your clearance for you when ready.
Springbok 255, ready to copy.
Springbok 255, you are cleared to Johannesburg as filed, flight level 330. Departing runway 190 via the Teton 1 Alpha departure. Initial climb flight level 90, squawk 1215.
Clear to Johannesburg as filed, flight level 330, departing runway 19 via the Teton 1 Alpha departure. Initial climb 9,000 feet and squawk 1215, Springbok 255.
Springbok 255, Rebecca Rec, report ready for your push and start. Double click. I like. What happened to the other air traffic controller? Alright, I noticed my mic was on mute. I'm doing this so that I can sip my tea without ASMRing your ears to my tea drinking. In case it was on mute, I've given the aircraft on the ground now. He's an SAA A320, flight number 255 from Cape Town to Johannesburg. I've given him his what's referred to as an IFR clearance, instrument flight rule clearance. So generally speaking, your airliners will file IFR to get from point A to point B and all the little points in between, I guess, which places them under the control or allows them to fly in the controlled airspace and be under the control of the corresponding or the relevant air traffic controllers. So for those that may have noticed, me, or at least my call sign, is Cape Town Approach, which means that yes, I am an approach controller, but I also handle departures. And in addition to that, if the air traffic controller is beneath me, or that should be covering the airspaces beneath me, are not online, I assume their responsibilities. So yes, I'm Cape Town approach right now, but I'm also assuming the responsibilities of the control tower and the ground controller. And at the larger airports, you'll even have, I think even at Cape Town, you might even have the clearance delivery controller. All these controllers, I'm assuming the responsibility for at this moment in time. At a larger airport with fully staffed ATC, this guy would have gotten his flight plan clearance or clearance for his flight plan from the delivery controller. Then he would be handed over to the ground controller. Some airports actually have an apron controller. The apron's just what we refer to as the basically the parking area, the whole terminal parking area of the airport.
And Shamrock, corrections, Springbok 255 ready for push and start.
Springbok 255, push and start approved, face north for runway 19, report ready for taxi.
Push and start approved facing north, we'll call Springbok 255.
Right, so he has now requested permission to push back from his gate and start his engines. Very dangerous to obviously start your engines at the parking gate. There's a lot of equipment, a lot of personnel in the immediate vicinity of the aircraft. So there's obviously a risk of things getting sucked into the engine or things getting blown by the jet blast at the exhaust or at the rear of the engine. So typically the pilots wait until they are sufficiently clear of all of the terminal vehicles and objects before they start the engines. And this can be done while the aircraft is being pushed back. So I've basically given him the permission to do that. If there were other aircraft taxiing on the apron, then obviously I would have told him to hold his position or given him the instruction to wait for that aircraft before starting his pushback. As he is the only aircraft on the airport, there's obviously no need for him to wait, and I've given him his clearance to push and start. I mean, I don't think you really have to tell him to call you for the taxi because, I mean, that's implied. So, and this guy clearly knows what he's doing, so I should actually just, I can be more abbreviated with this guy than, most other people that you might find on the network. So here we go. 2 aircraft coming in. Oh, the other air traffic controller is, he's still online. Okay, good. So he's controlling these 2 aircraft. They're literally neck and neck. It will be interesting to, for me at least, to have to keep them separated. This guy's coming in via Erdus at this point. And this guy will be coming in via CSV. Oh, there. And then Erdus. Oh, great. This is what frustrates me a little sometimes about the air traffic controllers, especially the area ones. No offense to this guy, but they are, I don't know. I feel like, especially this comes through in events as well, when we're really busy and there's a lot of aircraft around. They are responsible for traffic separation. You know what I mean? Like, they need to.
And Springbok 255 ready for taxi.
Spirit 255, taxi to Alice, hold runway 19 via the Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 taxiways. Cleared across runway 16, report ready for departure. QNH 1022.
Taxi Alpha 1, cross runway 16, hold short runway 19, QNH 1022, Shamrock 2. Correction, Springbok 255.
He's obviously been flying for, I think that's an Irish airliner. Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like the area controllers, I don't think it's stressed enough in their training to make sure that traffic that there is adequate separation of traffic, because, I mean, look at this, right? This, okay, he's at least cleared them for 2 different heights, right? But they're basically at the same altitude, and you know, they're pretty much going to arrive at this entry point at the same time. So, you know, and I'm not an area controller. I've been stuck in this approach controller position for years, like probably 10 years that I've been doing this. I just haven't had the motivation to put time in to train for the next position, the area controller position. I actually did start training last year sometime, maybe the year before. But then there was a whole change in management again, as there seems to be every 6 months, and I'm back to just sticking with approach control. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make here is I don't know. I don't think, you know, separation is emphasized enough for the area controllers, because like I said, I've been doing this for like 10 years, and almost always the approach controllers hand over traffic to me like right on top of each other. And during an event when you've got like 8, 10 plus aircraft coming at you at the same time, it's like, what do you do? How? There's not enough time for me to separate them. This is the phase of flight that you want to separate traffic. You know, they cover airspaces, very large airspaces. There's a lot of distance to play with. The only saving grace here is that this guy still has to fly to CSV, and then he turns onto ERDS. But look how close they are. This is really close, like almost 15 miles. You know, when we're talking about people that are descending at high speed here, this is really close. It's going to be my problem now to try and separate them in the short amount of time that they have to get to their to get to the runway, to get to the airport. Excuse the sipping. Am I still being? Is my mic open for this entire rant? Yeah, it seems like it. So, yeah, like I said, the saving grace here is that this guy's flight plan is kind of like forcing him to fly what's known as like a dog leg, and that adds a little bit of distance to his flight, which delays his arrival to ERDS just a little bit. Okay, he's giving someone over to me, so it's this guy. New virtual airline for South Africa, Mercado, I think it is.
Springbok 255 fully ready.
So we're at 255, runway 19 clear for takeoff. Surface winds 140 degrees, 17 knots, gusting 27.
Runway 19 clear for takeoff, Springbok 255.
So you could give them an altitude to report at.
Cape Town approach, good day, Mercado 520, maintaining flight level 160, have information goal.
Mercado 520, Cape Town approach, good morning, continue direct ERDS, descend and maintain flight level 100.
Direct ERDS and confirm descent flight level 100, Mercado 5.
Affirm, flight level 100, 100 for Mercado 520.
Copy, descending flight level 100, Mercado 520.
Actually, that's a bit premature, but whatever. Now I'm probably going to have to give this guy and Mercado 520, no speed restrictions, fly your own speed.
Copy, no speeds, Mercado 520.
Alright, that's just my way of just hopefully getting him to keep his speed up so that this guy can get some distance between these guys. But I think it's okay. This guy just better not fly too quickly. Springbok 255, you are radar identified, under radar control. Continue climb flight level 90.
Continue climb flight level 90, Springbok 255.
Alright, so I think this guy's giving him the SIDS, or the star, correct star. I've got the charts in a separate window here. Let me just quickly call them up. Where did it go? Did I close the window? That's dumb. Springbok 255, climb and maintain flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, Springbok 255.
What's this guy's frequency? 1248. I can't remember, why is it not showing me it? Oh yeah, 1248, yeah. Springbok 255, left turn direct Teton.
Direct T10, Springbok 255.
Mikado 520, say indicated airspeed.
We're maintaining 250 knots, Mikado 520.
Springbok 255, contact Cape Town area 124.8, safe flight.
Contact Cape Town area on 124.8, Springbok 255. Thanks, cheers.
Mikado 520, maintain 250 knots indicated or greater.
Maintain 250 or greater, Mikado 520.
Don't tell me this guy's text. I hate it when they do that. Mikado 520, descend and maintain 7,000, QNH 1022.
Descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1022, Mikado 520.
What's SHU though? Aurora. Aurora 912 Cape Town, approach. Good morning, sir. Descend and maintain flight level 100. Makata 520, you may now fly own speed.
Copy, own speeds, Makata 520.
Makata 520, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, Makata 520.
Aurora 912, cancel star. You can expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 19er. Aurora 912, maintain present heading, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1022. Makata 520, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend 3,000 feet, Makata 520.
Gonna have him level off hopefully a little early so that he can, that's just to help him bleed off that extra airspeed. Okay, they're now sufficiently far apart that I shouldn't have to worry about them bumping into each other. So that heading is 275. I don't know why he's flying such a strange heading, but anyways. Makata 520, turn left heading 275.
Left heading 275, Makata 520.
Aurora 912, please maintain present heading. Do not turn. Okay. So giving him this a little bit more distance just to help him slow down. Because he's coming in really quickly. That's my fault because I kept his speed up. What is this guy doing? Mikado 520, turn left heading 215.
Left heading 215, Mikado 520.
Normally I clear them for the ILS at this point, but that would have been too long it would have been too many sentences to tell him, and I needed to give that to him earlier because he might overshoot now. So just giving him the initial instruction, and then I'll clear him. Mikado 520, you're cleared for the ILS approach runway 19. Report established on the localizer. You're number 1.
Good for the LS runway 19, report established. Number 1, Mikado 520.
Okay, that should work out fine for him. This guy will keep him going. And we might as well actually make him. Let's do that. Alright, so Aurora 9012, turn right heading 280, descend to 5,000 feet. QNH 1022. I think I gave him the QNH already.
Mikado 520 established, localizer runway 1.
Mikado 520, radar services terminated. Continue on the ILS approach, runway 19.
Continue approach runway 19, Mikado 520.
There we go. Right at the altitude he needs to be at. He's managed to slow down quite a lot, even during the last bit of descent that he had to do. He should be starting his descent now on the glide slope, so he's just managed to make his target of 3,000. Again, that's my fault, but at least he's seems to have made it. I'm gonna have to give this guy a little bit more, so we'll make it 335, and then Aurora 9012, turn right heading 335, descend to 5,000. Mikado 520, runway 19, cleared to land, surface winds 140 degrees, 17 knots, gusting 27.
Clear to land runway 19, Mikado 520.
Aurora 9012, turn left now, heading 275 degrees, descend to 3,000 feet. Same, I'm sending him a little bit on a left, right here, but I feel like he's a little delayed with his responses. This is a big aircraft he's flying, very big, so I gotta be ready to vector him in advance onto this localizer here. You see how broad his turns are, so I'm really gonna have to time this right. I'm not used to aircraft that are this slow at responding to turns. Aurora 9012, continue left turn, heading 220 degrees. You're cleared for the ILS approach runway 19. Report established in the localizer, you're number 2. Hopefully I didn't give that to him too early. I think they'll be okay. And this guy's landing. Look, it's been like probably a few months since I've controlled. So I've been a little bit conservative with their distances here, with their spacing. I could have him a little bit closer to this aircraft, but again, we don't get too many Illusion 76s in this part of the world. And I think this is my first one in maybe many years since I've had to control. Turning like a 747 does. Okay, there we go. I think that's a good vector for him. Yeah, I think that's a very good vector for him. A little high. Don't think he said his QNH correctly, but anyways. So hopefully he doesn't overshoot. They call themselves established way too early. He's not established yet. Mikado 520, welcome to Cape Town. Continue via Charlie and Bravo to stand of choice. Have a good day.
Thank you, taxi via Charlie and Bravo to stand of choice. Good day, Mikado 520.
Aurora 9012, radar services terminated. Continue on the ILS approach runway 19. Okay, so this is, yeah, like technically a text pilot, but he said he can receive, so I'm continuing to give him voice instructions or instructions by voice. I don't have to text him because, you know, you should be able to hear and understand what I'm saying, so I'm just trying to speak slow and clear to this guy because he is Russian. He's literally, his name is Vladimir, so don't get more Russian than that, I think. So obviously English might not be his, well, it's probably definitely not his first language. And for that reason, he probably isn't confident enough to talk on air, so he prefers text. If he wants instructions in text because he doesn't understand English like almost at all, then he should actually not put the V in this flight plan down here. This V means he can send and receive voice. What he should actually do here is say R, and then updates his flight tag to R, and that's receive. Aurora 912, runway 19 clear to land, surface winds 140 degrees 17 knots, gusting 27. So I just reinforce everything I say in voice with text so that he can at least read if he doesn't understand what I'm saying. Aurora is a Russian airline headquartered in whatever that place is called, a subsidiary of Aeroflot. Huh. Never heard of them, and it's apparently one of the bigger airlines there. 22 aircraft today, flying Dash 8s, 6s. Oh wow, they fly otters, twin otters. Interesting. And an Airbus A319. They used to fly 737-200s, 500s, and the older Dash 8 100 series. Interesting. Right, that's it actually. That's the 2 aircraft that were inbound, plus a nice surprise departure. These are all IFR regulated flights, so how I would handle or communicate with someone flying under visual flight rules would be completely different. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any of that today because no one's flying VFR today. So because this guy is probably new to the airport, we'll just tell him that he just says landed. So I'll just tell him he can vacate right. Wow, that was a very quick stop. He even made echo. Must be light. Okay, these error messages are just because the intrinsic ATC system here, the system that develops or generates the ATIS, that weather report, that we don't use that anymore. We use an external software for that. So the internal ATIS isn't properly set up, so that I get errors every time it refreshes.
Transponder to standby until.
Okay, the voice channel is still working. But I like to use the intrinsic one so that it can update the the letter of the ATIS for me, so that I can keep track of the ATIS's changing. So information hotel is current. I don't think there's anyone else online now coming in. Let's see. I just want to see if there's anyone else coming in. I did book for 10:30, which is still like 1:30. Yeah, we still got quite some time to go. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone else is online, so I might just log off. Do some offline flying while I wait for more traffic. Because I did book a 2-hour slot. All stations, Cape Town approach, stepping away for 5 minutes. Right, that's it. I think we'll leave it at that. I might do some flying a little later today, although it's getting late here this side. But if I do, I might stream. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, I'll see you